As one with wind and cloud!
Banu. Oh, this is great. It's a well-dressed stranger instead of someone from the Eremites or treasure hoarders. All right, I must seize this opportunity. Wayfaring friend, please wait a second before you venture forth. Hello, can I help you? Banu. Good day, bracket. Address them as sir or ma'am based on their gender, bracket. Terribly sorry to bother you, but please take some time out of your busy schedule to, give ear to my request. Payment. Did you just say bracket? Banu. Wait, please don't interrupt me just yet, or I'll forget my lines. My next line should be, bracket, describe the difficulty you've encountered concisely, and politely ask for their help, then thank them in a formal manner, bracket. And the last line is, bracket, example, bracket. I'd be truly grateful for your kindness and generosity. Your good deed shall be remembered forever. In the meantime, I'm willing to pay you handsomely for your hard work, so please, I implore you to give my request some serious consideration. Phew, now that I didn't miss a single word this time, it shouldn't be a problem at all. All right, I'll leave the future stars to you then. Payman, sounds like you have a favor to ask us, but Payman's really not following. Banu. How come? According to 50 things every traveling scholar should know, that was exactly what you should say when asking strangers for help. There shouldn't be a problem. I have some questions. You haven't told us what difficulty you've encountered. Banu. Really? Please give me a second. I'll look up what to recite when you haven't told them what difficulty you've encountered. The girl takes out a book titled 50 Things Every Traveling Scholar Should Know from her pocket and anxiously leaves through it. Banu. It doesn't say anything about that. But Salma told me I can just check the book when there's a problem. Payman's still confused. But by the looks of things, you need our help, right? If the book can't help you, you can just tell us what's going on in your own words, you know. Banu. Alright. I'm Banu and I came here following the map to look for the future stars. There are altogether 6 of them. Whoever finds all the future stars can summon the great future star, which is super duper amazing. And that's exactly my goal here. Payman. Payman remembers that you did mention something about the future stars earlier. Banu. Yes. Well, that's about it for the future star setting. Which book is that in? Banu. I think this setting was just made up. Banu. Well, then I thought the setting was too vague considering it never talked about how to find the future stars. So to make up for that, I came up with a supplementary setting. The girl pulls out a strange object from the grass behind her. Ta-da! This is Banu's wisdom. Yes, that's the name. It's a very important item because it can help you locate the future stars. Isn't that impressive? Hey, I think it's a really cool name too, don't you think? Unfortunately, it's way too tall and heavy for me to move it around, so it became less cool. This is the favor I'm asking. You should be able to move it, so can you help me find the future stars with it? After summoning the great future star, I'll reward you in a big way. Is that your request? I'll think about it. Banu. Before I met you, I had also asked others for help. But when they heard about the future stars, they just gave me weird looks and didn't want to listen to me anymore. They even told me to stop fussing around and go back home to my parents. That's so annoying. I'm not some runaway kid up to mischief. Adults are always like this. Just because I'm a child, they think I'm talking nonsense. But the future stars are real. I'm not imagining things. You'll see that I'm not lying once you take this. Banu's wisdom with you and go look for the stars. Banu. Okay, I'll see what I can do. If you're not willing to help either, I'll just have to wait and see if the next person I meet is willing to listen and accept my request. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Banu, you believe me. Thank you. And please take this Banu's wisdom with you. Remember, after it runs for a while, Banu's wisdom will need to rest a bit before it can point you to the location of the future stars again. Oh, and take this book, 50 Things Every Traveling Scholar Should Know. I've marked a location of the stars on the map in this book, so you may follow that map first. Come back to me once you find all 6 future stars. Then we can go check the great future star out together. I'll take you there. You must use the item known as Banu's wisdom to search for the trail of future stars. The closer you are to your objective, the more accurately the item will direct you, and the smaller its AoE will get. When you discover the location of a future star, the puzzle that conceals it will appear. Solve the puzzle to collect your prize. Banu, how's it going? Have you found all the future stars? Not yet. We have. Add effect. I'd like to have a chat. Banu, oh, did you not know how to use Banu's wisdom? It's really simple, just do as the manual says. There's a manual. Where's the manual? Banu, of course. Wait, did you not see one? Oh no, I must have forgotten to bring it. But it's okay. Just put Banu's wisdom on the ground and it will automatically point to where the future stars are. All you need to do is to follow its guidance. Remember, after it runs for a while, it will need to rest a bit before it can point you to the location of the future stars again. Banu, see, I'm not lying and the future stars are all real. After all, Salma buried them himself. As an adult, he may not be the most reliable, if at all, but he'd never lie to me. I believe him. I've marked the location of the future stars on the map. Just follow that map and you should be able to find them all. Banu, this I can really relate to. It gets boring easier than you'd believe when you are out in the wild all by yourself. When I was at home, I had so many things to do every day. Apart from all the housework, I had to cook meals for Salma with Apple, or else he'd have nothing to eat and starve. Those were some busy days, but I never felt bored. But now, I'm away from home and all by myself, so I understand how you feel completely. About Salma. Banu, you want to know about Salma? Well, Salma is Salma, can't cook meals, can't sweep floors, just another terrible adult. He's either writing reports in his study at home, or working at the academia. I remember he's one of those Spantamad researchers. But his job is so vastly different from that of those amazing traveling scholars who are always on the road. He told me that he just sorts out old stuff in a dark warehouse every day, which isn't cool at all. And no one would play with him, and that's just sad, so whenever he's bored, I hang out with him, and we come up with all kinds of settings. Someone's got to keep him company and play with him. Settings. Banu, yes, settings. You looked as confused as when we were talking about the setting of the future stars just now. Are you unfamiliar with settings? I can teach you how to come up with them. So next time, when you get bored, you can create your own settings just for fun. Salma said settings are just sets of rules. Many rules are created by others, but you can also create your own rules. And that's fun. For example, Salma would take back old items that the academia had intended to get rid of. We would come up with a setting for each item, and all of a sudden, they became new and useful. Salma and I came up with the setting of the future stars together. They used to be called parvocores. I mean, future star is just a much better name than that, right? But soon, I'll be studying at the academia and have little time to hang out with Salma anymore. About 50 things every traveling scholar should know. Banu, you mean the book I lent you? Don't worry about it, I've got a few more copies in my pack and a good pile at home. They've printed too many copies, so the editor just gave the rest to us. After all, Salma wrote the book. I've been preparing to become a traveling scholar, so I've read that book many times, to the point where I can recite most of it. So it's fine to lend it to others. Although, the copy I lent to you only has a few pages left. Save for the map, I've used most of the pages to light fires. If you want to give it a read, I can lend you an intact copy. Why do you want to become a traveling scholar? Banu, because traveling scholars can travel the world and that's fun. Adventurers can also travel the world. Banu, but traveling scholars can contribute more, you know. I often heard those adults at the Citadel of Rixar complain about those adventurers trapping themselves in the desert, and that they had to send people to rescue them. Banu, while traveling scholars get to study abroad with their certificates in different countries. Isn't that awesome? And they usually bring tons of useful reports back to the academia as well. While you were searching for the future stars, I wasn't slacking off here. I've been writing my traveling report and I'm halfway through it already. Anyway, I'd most like to become a traveling scholar, but if I can't be that, I'll consider becoming an adventurer as you suggested. About Apple. Banu, do you want to know her? I can introduce you to Apple for sure. Apple is my best friend. When I was little, Mom brought her back home. She used to carry me on her back and walk me around. She'd help me cook too. Whenever we were running short of fish and meat back home, she would go out and buy some fresh fish and meat for me. Apple is the best. With her by my side, no one dares to bully me. Bye, Banu. Are you going now? Okay, come back to me when you find all the future stars.